What is up, guys? Today we're going to be showing you the difference between an $80,000 house and a $350,000 house. So let's see the difference. Let's go. So first things first, keep in mind when I do say house, I mean like a little condo. This is kind of like an apartment, but not really. So this is going to be the front door. Right here, you get into like, you can do this as like the dining area and then like the living room kind of. So then you have that. Then also you can put like a little bar stools and kind of chill right there. And then you got your little mini pantry. And then in here, you have the washer and the dryer, which is freaking cool that it comes with it. So it's freaking amazing. Not only that, but then we come into the kitchen. So in the kitchen, you have this little area. So now we walk into here and then we have the nice little bathroom area. So in here, you got the shower and then you got the toilet, of course, where you could take some crazy dumps. And then you have a little mini pantry where you can, you know, do stuff like, you know, just have your makeup, or I don't wear makeup, but, you know, have any kind of toiletries. Then you have a sink, which, I mean, you know what to do in the sink. Don't pee in the sink, by the way. And then you have a master bedroom, which this is freaking dope, bro. Like, this is a nice little room. This got me so far along, bro. It's insane. And I just love this room so much. May not have a backyard, but you do have a balcony. Check this out. So look at this. It's tiny, but you can put like, you know, like maybe a little turf or like a little chair or something, and it's dope. Like you can, I don't know, you can just vibe. Like I remember whenever I used to live here, I used to actually just edit videos in there and just have fun and vibe. Now let's walk into the walk-in closet, which honestly is not really impressive, but it is what it is. It's dope, it's cool, it's doable. With this little apartment, you don't even have to charge that much. You can actually get away with like charging like 900, but honestly, just because the market is a little bit competitive, you can go up a little bit more. But yeah, essentially that's pretty much the house. Let me show you the front of the house as well, because I feel like that's important, because I don't want you to think this is like a big place. Like this is like literally looks like a complex. So you got like other neighbors, and then you have a downstairs neighbor as well. So now we're at the $350,000 house. So let's get started. So first thing we got is gonna be the guest room. Of course we have empty bed because I ain't got money like that right now to be buying a freaking comforter. But I got this little closet. It's like a little cute closet, whatnot. And then now we come over here. We have the bathroom, nice and swagged out. I don't know if y'all see all this. It's really cool, really nice. And then we have the shower, of course, as well. Okay, so I don't know if I'm weird, but I freaking love this mat. It is so comfy. It's so freaking cool. All right, enough being in the bathroom. Now we're inside. This is where the streaming / editing room is gonna be. So I have a little, like, something called a refrigerator in here, and my desk. Everything's gonna be in here. Of course, I'm gonna do it after a little bit so I can like spend some money. I have some props and stuff that I have in here that I'm gonna use eventually, and that I had. Like I have some other things that, you know, like collectibles, whatever. And now we literally went down this hallway, freaking cool. And first thing you see is gonna be the kitchen, and then you see the dining area over here. This is where the dining area is. Look at that, it's so nice, so suave. I love it. And then this is where you have like the little island where you can kind of chill and, you know, eat and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Then you got where all the magic happens, where you eat. Or where you cook the food. Okay, so now we leave the kitchen, and this right here is gonna be the garage. So this garage right here has some random crap right now. Nothing too crazy. And then I have my little, well, it's actually not a little pantry, it's a crazy pantry. We got a closet, and then we walk in, and this is the laundry room. But right now, I would show y'all a little bit more about it, but I kind of have clothes everywhere, so I'm sorry about that. And now we're in the living room. I love this living room, bro. It is so freaking comfy. Of course, I need to put like a television and all that right here. It's gonna look freaking nice. And other than that, bro, this is so freaking comfy, and I love it because it's just like, I relax here all the time. I'm always on my phone, and yeah, that's essentially what I do here, bro. Like most of my time. So I don't do nothing too crazy, and I don't do nothing too wild. All right. Whenever you walk into the garage, check this out. So I have the old couch. If you've been watching these videos for a long time, you remember I used to have that couch. And then I have my old table. I have my lawnmower and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. Nothing too crazy. excuse me, in here. All right, lastly, we walk into the master bedroom. We got the bed right here, and then we got that right there. Looks nice, looks spiffy. Probably will get a bigger TV one of these days. So now we walk into the master bathroom. And right there you have the toilet, nice, bougie. And back here you have where all the towels go. And then right here you have where all the toiletries and whatnot. And then you have the shower. So in here is a walk-in closet, bro. I've never had a walk-in closet. Look at this. Of all my stuff right here, bro. It is insane. Okay, so obviously one thing that the other house is not gonna have that this one does is a backyard. So in this house, the cool thing is I have a Blackstone right there. Shout out to my cousin, they bought it for me, and I'm grateful for that. Then we have, look at all this room, bro. Look at all this. The two differences between the houses are a lot different, but that's essentially what you could get with those two different budgets here in Corpus Christi, Texas. The $80,000 house was like, what, 500 square feet? I believe this one is like 1,600 square feet, barely. I think it was like 1,598. But regardless, I think that the differences are uncanny. And I just feel like for myself, I can't believe I was living in that 500 square foot house so long. Well, it was like a year and a half. But regardless, I really did enjoy it because it was really affordable, especially here in Texas. Okay, so one of the big reasons I did want to make this video, and I was like telling people I was developing this video as well, was because I wanted to really talk about how, like, the differences, right, of like everywhere we live. So this is obviously shot and the houses are in Texas. And I know like in New York, you wouldn't need, I don't know how much you'd probably pay like for that other square footage I showed you, the $80,000 house. Y'all probably pay like $8,000, I believe, maybe even $6,000. I don't know. I don't really know the price points, but I just can't believe I was paying like $500 in mortgage over there, dude. It's insane. And here I'm paying like $2,300, and I think that you wouldn't even be paying that in New York. Like, can you believe that? Like, just like look at the differences. That's why I thought making this video would be freaking cool, because I would love for you to like kind of sit down and chat. Let me know in the comments how much you're paying in New York, because I would love to go to New York one day or like another place and kind of like check out different pricing points of what you would pay in rent over like in a regular apartment versus like a house, and kind of tour them a little bit. I think that'd be so cool, and I think that'd be insane, because to me just real estate is like super interesting. So yeah, and I'm like a very curious fella, so I feel like it'll be cool to kind of like get to know it a little about that stuff a little bit more. But regardless, guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap up the video. I just kind of wanted to show y'all the difference here where I'm from, and I appreciate y'all. So y'all go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see y'all on the next one, guys. Love y'all. Peace.